So Trump went to the Knicks game in New York City yesterday for the NBA Finals, and they booed the shit out of him. People flicked him off, gave him the finger as the motorcade was coming in. They booed the living shit out of him, in part because they were upset about the last-minute security close downs. All these bars and restaurants around Madison Square Garden became unusable as they cordoned things off for the president's motorcade. So the BBC News and the New York Times and the Washington Post and even the conservative hometown paper of New York City, the New York Post, very conservative leaning, all these outlets reported that Trump got the fucking shit booed out of him. And yet I have people in my comments section who claim to have been subscribers for more than a decade. People who listened to me when I was playing with Ethereum when they were less than $1 each, when one Ether was less than $1 and I was playing with the technology, and when Bitcoin was just a glimmer in Satoshi's eye, and we were talking about that and onboarding people. And then with the rise of AI, when I said there might be something to this app, ChatGPT, back in late 2022, I was telling you guys, check out this website, ChatGPT, and ask it some questions. And then our early investments in AI hardware. So to say I'm a dummy or to say I don't know what I'm talking about, okay, but I thought you just said you've been a loyal subscriber for more than 10 years. You would have seen those victories. Right about Bitcoin, right about Ethereum, right about the rise of artificial intelligence. Used it before almost anybody on the planet. And now you're gaslighting me in my own comment section. That's the lack of respect you have for me at 40 years of age. Some of you weird partisan boomers have that little respect for me as a man that you're essentially lying to my face. You're so petty that the fact that the leader you voted for was booed yesterday in a liberal city, you're so incredibly petty and control hungry that you can't let that fact be aired on my channel, my nonpartisan channel, so you attempt to cave me in my own comment section. It's one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen. They booed the shit out of him. Why would they be happy that he was there? They paid a lot of money for tickets. The event was turned into basically a TSA checkpoint, took away all the fun, and then he just goes to sleep. Another thing that I will not be gaslit on because I was there watching it on TV myself. Another thing that's been covered by a wide variety of press. He, quote, dozed off, the euphemistic thing that the right-wing press is saying. Oh, he dozed off for a second. Okay, he shut half of New York City down, burned through hundreds of millions of dollars and increased security costs to go to sleep, to eat some pizza while Epstein Islander Howard Lutnick is literally standing right next to him. The symbolism here. Chowing down on a slice of pizza as that fucking pig and monster Howard Lutnick is right next to him. Some people in the comments saying, if Howard Lutnick is bad, David, why don't you outline the messages in the Epstein files? Who the fuck do you think you are? Where have you been the last 3 months? Pretty much every major online media outlet has already covered Howard Lutnick's connections to Epstein. Just type in Jeffrey Epstein, Howard Lutnick into any search engine. He should not be currently advising the White House. He should not be in the people's house advising our leader. And again, to say that I have to personally explain it to you, no, you can do a Google search. That's more that weird partisan gaslighting that I'm not going to stand for at all. Oh, I didn't see that, David. Then open your fucking pedophile-adjacent goddamn eyes. I didn't see that, David. Then open your fucking eyes. Howard Lutnick, Jeffrey Epstein. Where were people for months when I was talking about that here on this channel and on this podcast? For these people who claim to have been such loyal subscribers of me for more than a decade, you didn't hear any of my videos showing the Howard Lutnick emails? Where have you been? There's something so off with these people. They're weird. They're fucking pedophile-adjacent weirdos who gaslight us on the smallest things. Again, I was watching TV myself. I was watching the game. They booed the shit out of him. To be all aggro in my comment section and say, no, David, they were actually chanting USA, USA, USA. When did they buy you out, David? That's so pathetic and lame. That's cringy shit-stain stuff. Cringy shit-stain stuff. Now I will vote in midterms because this movement has become a bunch of cringy shit-stains. They booed the fucking shit out of him, and then he fell asleep. And if you can't accept that, and if you need to gaslight me in my own comment section or email me, there's genuinely something wrong with you. Stop bruising your knees for the Epstein class and stand the fuck up already. And then on another equally important topic, he gaslit us all on the Iran war. He's been gaslighting us on that, and I'm fucking sick of it. Hours ago, peace was imminent, and then right after the stock market closes, we've been here before. This is like the Truman Show combined with Groundhog's Day. We've so been here before. They wait until the stock market closes, and then he announces new strikes against Iran, and the war is back on. Absolutely just chaotic leadership, non-leadership. He always has Epstein pizza head Howard Lutnick looming right behind him, his Epstein class handler, Howard Lutnick, the guy who called in sick on 9/11. He had the top floor office at the World Trade Center. The guy happens to catch a cold that day. He doesn't show up for work as all of his colleagues and peers are incinerated. Unfucking believable. And this guy continues to go to Epstein's Island after he claims to Congress that he cut off all contact with Epstein because he was, quote, a disgusting person. Cuts off all contact, except he doesn't. He continues to fly to the island. He even brings his own children. These satanic fruitcakes. And you folks are going to gaslight me in my own comments when I've been on this scent for the last decade? Absolutely not. I think not.